I wrote you a love letter, hoping make our love better. Pain in her heart, I could feel it when the love left her. Death do us part, I just hope it ain't the love getter. As she depart, I just know I'll never forget her. I wrote you a love song, hoping make our love strong. Pain in her heart, I could feel it when her love gone. Just play it smart, I hope I can make our love long. So many scars, that's what come from being loved wrong. Lately I'm done stressing, can't fake I'm done begging. Like babe, what's wrong with you today? Sorry, I'm done guessing. Why would I try to build with you when you just love wrecking? Baby, I'm done teaching you like you need love lessons. Done with your love, keep it. Feel like you love leaving. You say some things you know gon' hurt, they say you don't mean it. Gave you a ring and plus my heart seem like you don't need it. Like everything just fall apart and we just done speaking. Dreams full of my fears, I done gave you 5 years. Could feel your eyes still be shining when the sky clears. It feel like love, just a cycle full of dry tears. Somehow it's always surprising when that time nears. I wrote you a love letter, hoping make our love better. Pain in her heart, I could feel it when the love left her. Death do us part, I just hope it ain't the love getter. As she depart, I just hope I never forget her. I wrote you a love song, hoping make our love long. Pain in her heart, I could feel it when her love gone. Just play it smart, I hope I can make our love strong. So many scars, that's what come from being loved wrong. So many thoughts in my head, no, I ain't never think she would leave me hopeless. Went through some things all by myself, hoping that she would notice. Go through that phase, think how I felt, and that's what keep me focused. Heart feeling strange, like when you left, that's when I see my lowest. Love when I watch her leave, hate when I see her going. Search for that broken piece, I leave it open. Wrote you this melody, I hope you hear this poem. I had to set you free, feel like you still stolen. Know you can see me falling, gave you a pinky promise. I know you still put down your phone like you don't see me calling. I try to show you my emotions, you don't see that often. I should've known to take it slow, but I wrote you a love letter, hoping make our love better. Pain in her heart, I could feel it when the love left her. Death do us part, I just hope it ain't the love getter. As she depart, I just hope I never
The Western Conference NBA Playoffs, Round 1 continues. The 76ers come in off a critical Game 1 win and are now poised and prepared as they attempt to take a 2-0 lead against the Mavericks. Round 1 of the NBA Playoffs continues.
We are just about ready to get underway here in Game 2 of the first round of the Western Conference Playoffs. 2K Sports brings it to you live once again with Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and now it's ended out to David.
Kevin, thanks. Ben's.
But thank you, D.A.
Here we go.
So Dallas will get the first possession. So with Parker on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. They've got Towns, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Paul George, and it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Wilkins over George, and the rejection by Harden. Irving with it, picked up by Malone. Simmons against Harden. Outside, George. Shot clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Irving for 3. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It goes on Moses Malone. The Mavericks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. Taking 3 shots. First free throw is good.
Boy, Kyrie Irving plays with heart between the lines, and it is part of his life off the court as well. This is a guy committed to helping others across the country, and boy, is that worth applauding.
Good on the second free throw. And he makes all three.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Green with a screen on Irving. Simmons passes to Green. Outside, Simmons. The feed now to Green. And he stays with it. And it's Simmons penetrating. The Mavericks pull it in. To bounce back from Wednesday's loss.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Wilkins against George.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And this is postseason play at its finest, refusing to give up shots here in the playoffs.
And here are the Mavericks now. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. Now here's Harden. Driving inside. And he just jams it right over Ben Simmons. Wow.
Timeout for the Sixers.
We're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
All right, coming up to the court right now, it's your Sixers, Dan Page.
Here's Wilkins. Poke loose. Paul George with the steal. Lets it go with the three. Another three for Dallas.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here. Had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they played together as a unit over this last stretch.
In the corner, Harden. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Harden's got 8.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
First team foul.
Smith with a screen on Irving. Outside, Simmons. At the elbow, Green. Gets an open look and hits.
And that's an important basket there. The game was in danger of getting away from him here early if they let that run go on much longer.
Smith against Irving. Embiid with the screen on Smith. Irving misses.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 15-point game. It's Wilkins on the wing. Driving to the basket.
And he just possesses that ability to wow the crowd every time he steps on the hardwood. They don't call him a human highlight for nothing.
Irving from long range. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And the pass to Wilkins. Over George. Wilkins, no good.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Embiid dishes to Irving. Here he goes. Lays it up and banks it in. 11 points in the game.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Here's Malone. That one, no good. Good D by Embiid. Dallas leading by 18. Here's Irving. And Simmons with the rebound. Drives to the hoop. Passes it to Wilkins. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
For Philadelphia, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Malone, a screen on George. Here's Wilkins. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
Dallas ball. Maverick substitution.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Dallas Mavericks. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be right back after this.
And your Sixers.
And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Mavericks?
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
There's something else they've done right from the get-go tonight is run. So much of their offense coming on the fast break.
So with Smith sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Anthony Edwards out there with Brandon Ingram. Then there's Hudson. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Pettit in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Parker, right side.
And Parker's just extremely clever at getting fouls off those kinds of shots.
Personal foul.
The Mavericks have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
At the line for the Mavericks, Tony Parker taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And Parker has such speed and creativity, just causes the defense fits in terms of how to properly guard it.
And Parker drops them both. The 76ers trail by 18. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. And finished off by Westbrook.
My goodness, is there anything better than watching Westbrook hammer at home? My goodness gracious, Russell.
Here's Levine. Parker, right side. Into the lane. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And that drive by Parker, you know, he gets hit, but he just seems to have a way to contort his body and handle the contact and still finish.
Edwards can't hit.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Parker kicks to Brown. Williamson with a screen for Brown. Some solid defense from Ingram.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And it's Pettit missing. And so Brown will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game.
Well, because he's such a good scorer, passing windows open up for Zach LaVine.
Parker against Westbrook. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Edwards. It's good. Edwards got his first basket of the night.
Anthony Edwards. Excellent concentration under pressure of excellent defense and just scores it anyway.
It's time for T-shirt and your Sixers dance team.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Irving passes to Harden. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. 6 on the shot clock. Irving finds Towns. And there's Paul George on the assist by Towns. George has got 5 points so far. The 76ers trail by 20. Here's Hudson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And the 3 off target.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Towns. Embiid against Malone.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Malone with the block.
How about the quicks there by Malone to get up and deter that shot, utilizing that size and reach for the rejection.
Here's Simmons. Malone trying to break free. And Simmons gets the bucket.
Well, that's not exactly the most solid screen you'll see, but it still works.
Embiid with the screen on Hudson. And here's George for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. George has got 5 points in the quarter. Simmons dishes to Malone. Towns against Green. Here's Malone. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 21. Outside Irving. Pass to Embiid. Back to Irving. Misses the deep three-point attempt. Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Screen by Malone. Here's Hudson. And the rejection by Embiid.
Length plus agility. Great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it. Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Hudson kicks to Hamilton. Green with a screen on Towns. And the rejection by Towns. Outside, George shoots over Malone. No good off the back of the rim. Green deciding where to go with it. Latrey. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Dallas taking a 19-point lead into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Joined by Doc Rivers. Coach, what did you think of the effort in the first half?
What the efforts.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And we thank you for joining this postseason broadcast. And it's been an outstanding first half for the Dallas Mavericks.
They're getting everything they could ask for at the perimeter. Finding open shots, making the defense look foolish, honestly. You don't like to say that, but that's what they're doing. But that defense has to adapt. The threes will just keep coming down if they don't.
Taking a look at the situation for the Philadelphia 76ers. They held serve in game 1. Shaq, how confident do they have to be for this one?
They got to be very confident, but not overconfident. They need to be Shaq-fident.
Well, I don't know about that, but they got to continue to be assertive, Ernie. You know, you can't count on...
NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
With so much on the line tonight, you have to be impressed with the way he came out and set the tone with his aggression.
You get the sense when there's big-time performances to be had, this guy wants to take part. You expect that this is a trend that will continue here.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. So with Parker on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Embiid. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving in at the point guard position. Smith's shot is good.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Harden outside. Back to Towns. Simmons against Harden. The kick out to Towns. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Trailing by 17. Here's Wilkins driving inside. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Embiid in the corner. And there's the pass to Towns. Irving dishes to Embiid. And that one drops.
Offensively, we see Embiid all over the floor, but inside is where he can really utilize that size.
Simmons passes to Green. Here's Malone. And the rejection by Embiid. Towns against Green. Dallas moving it around. Embiid sets the pick for Harden. Smith with the defensive effort. The 76ers trail by 19. The dish to Green. Floats one up. Shot's good by Simmons. 6 points for Ben Simmons.
You know you can count on Draymond Green to make good decisions. This guy comes up with a lot of terrific assists.
Make some noise, everybody. All right, coming up to the court right now, it's your Sixers and Kidd.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Irving passes to Redick. Irving against Westbrook. Got a hand on it. Fade away. Irving dishes to Drummond. And no good.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Here's Wilkins. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. A different look for Dallas. Brown is checked in for George. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Irving. That free throw good from Wilkins.
And you look at Wilkins, everybody talks about the spectacular athleticism, but in some ways, I think he's just underrated as a basketball player. He just does so many things well for his team.
Here's Williamson. 6 to shoot. Brown outside. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Mavericks lead by 17.
Well, you've got to get out on Jaylen Brown now. This is a young man who has shown great strides in improving his perimeter game.
Another miss by Philadelphia. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Dishes to Redick. Williamson outside.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Pass to Parker. Redick with the three. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Parker. Redick's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Gets his shot off with great quickness. Redick knows he has the green light to take those.
Here's Wilkins, and it's in off the backboard. Wilkins has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Drummond finds Parker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, and Parker with the pump fake there draws the foul. He is really crafty in terms of creating contact against his opponents.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Hudson's checked in for Wilkins. Dallas also making some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Drummond. Towns comes in for Williamson. And Zach LaVine subbed in for J.J. Redick. And so he hits both. The 76ers trail by 20. Outside Edwards. From the wing. The shot is good off the backboard.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Parker kicks to Towns. Dallas moving it around. 13 feet away. Parker's shot is off. The 76ers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. At the top of the key, Westbrook. Again, Philadelphia.
This mid-range area is right where Russell Westbrook is dialed into. He loves this sweet spot for his game.
Pass to Embiid. At the elbow, it's Brown. Hudson hits LaVine. Towns a screen on Hudson. And LaVine, here we go. And the jiggle by LaVine.
Well, bit by bit, Zach is becoming physically tougher, which makes you mentally tougher.
Here's Westbrook. Not going to go that time. Good D by Embiid. Pass to Brown. Fires for 3. The shot, no good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Mavericks lead by 18. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues. Moses Malone out there with Green. Then it's Simmons. Then it's Smith. That's Wilkins in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Clock at 6. Embiid finds Harden. Shoots the 3. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Simmons, and he banks in the layup.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half, more effort as well, and their offense starting to show signs of life.
Harden, that one no good, and it's Philadelphia the other way. And Simmons slams it in.
Well, the quickness, the size, and the speed of Simmons really breathtaking, especially when he's dribbling the rock.
Here's the pass to Irving. Over Smith. And the rejection by Smith. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Mavericks leading by 16. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. From deep, Harden. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Nobody near Irving. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers with the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
And you also have to give credit to them for their shot blocking. They've had a ton of rejections in this ballgame.
Harden against Simmons. Towns, a screen on Simmons. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his second,
maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And what's incredible about Harden, he can dominate a game with the pass as much as the shot. So defensively, you have to prepare for both.
And both free throws good for James Harden.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Here's Wilkins. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got 4 rebounds in this game. On its way from Irving for 2. Embiid with it. Now Smith defending. Wilkins against Embiid. And that one's good. Wilkins.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot. But right now, this guy is cooking.
All right, coming up to the court right now, it's your Sixers dance team. Your Sixers dance team.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game. Kyrie Irving.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Falling into a two-game hole would have been a disaster, and he knew it. He's done everything in his power to get momentum back on their side in this series.
2 minutes.
Here's Simmons. He takes it in.
Yeah, and when Simmons is driving inside, he's going to sky up for the flush, getting to the basket in no time.
Towns, a screen on Simmons. Harden the pass to Towns. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. And so LaVine will bring it up now for the Mavericks. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
And guys, that's going to wrap it up. Fans are piling out the exits. Obviously a huge win here in game 2 for the Mavericks.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And this win has really got to feel fantastic, guys. It evens up the series now at 1 game apiece.
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole new series now. The best of 5, if you will. You never want to lose 2 to start this thing off, but right now they've got something to be happy about going into game 3.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Kyrie Irving.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drummond sets the screen for LaVine. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And here are the 76ers now. It's an 18-point game.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
LaVine with it, out-guarded by Ingram. It's good. And the Mavericks lead by 17.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Redick surveying the D. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. Just a massive victory, Greg. Maybe it's overstating it, but I think this was a game they had to have.
And I don't think it's overstating it. I agree with you. I mean, going down 2-0 would have given this team a huge hill to climb. But
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up, folks.
With the whole my geek, these side insane. Me and Miss with the whole get a